Club of Nassau Sunrise and Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset, we welcome you as we prepare to embark upon this journey, installing our new officers of 2020 to 2021. As this world moves forward, embracing new norms and embracing new opportunities, we bear hug that challenge and step forward, running into it head on. Optimistic, enthused, and excited, leading the charge. For this is an organization of leaders. Tonight, we take those initiatives and bring them to the forefront on this digital platform, bringing our annual installation ceremony District 720 live to you via Zoom. Now, sit back, relax as we get this meeting charged up. Join us as we take it on bay.
Them lining up, we gon' bring it back to me. We bout to liven up, girls them winding up. Gotta roll that bongie like it's in gray.
Oh, I got that feeling. Ain't nothing holding me back. Ain't nothing, so I tell them, I got that feeling. This junk canoe got me throwing it back.
It's going down out on bed. Like the way she roll, you could see them calling from far away. Her fights on overload and everything exposed. We've been waiting out here for this parade.
Oh, I got that feeling. Ain't nothing holding me back. Ain't nothing, so I tell them, I got that feeling. This junk canoe got me throwing it back.
It's going down out on bed. Now and to the tom tom, come out and rush for me. I say went to the drum now, and to the tom tom, come now and rush for me. I say went to the bass now, and to the drum now, come out and rush for me. I say come now and rush for me. I say come now and rush for me. I say oh. We say oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first virtual installation ceremony for the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise and the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset. At this time, our meeting is called to order. I'd like to introduce our Mr. of Ceremony and our Mistress of Ceremony. We're pleased to have with us from the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise, Rotarian James Palacios as our Master of Ceremony. And from the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset, Rotaractor Sister Tarpley. Ladies and gentlemen, I now turn the program over to our Master of Ceremony, Mr. James Palacios.
Hello?
Okay. You can hear me now? You can hear me now?
We can hear you, Father P. At least I can hear you.
Okay, good. If you
We're hearing you.
can hear me, then everybody can hear me. Good afternoon. I welcome you, and it's my pleasure to be your master of ceremony along with my mistress of ceremony, Otiska. Otiska, how are you?
I'm well, thank you, Father Palacios.
Okay, great, great. I'm going to move right on to our program as we ask for God's guidance upon our session, not only today, but for the ensuing year. And for that, I'm going to ask Rotaractor Richard Swain Jr. to come and give the invocation. Please welcome Richard.
Good evening, everyone. Well, stand up Rotaractor Richard. My name is Tania Lightborn. O Lord and giver of all good, we thank you for our daily food. May Rotary friends and Rotary ways help us to serve you all our days.
Yes. Thank you very much for stepping in. Thank you. Now we're going to have the loyal toast to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, past Assistant Governor Karen Pinder.
Dear family of Rotary who are joining us this evening. It's a pleasure to have everyone with us on this auspicious occasion. Now, join me, raise your glass, your cup, or whatever may be nearby in toasting to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
To the Commonwealth
Commonwealth
of the Bahamas.
Assistant Governor Karen. Thank you. Now we're going to have somebody who is a fixture, not only in Rotary, but indeed the entire community. And by virtue of being past district governor, fixture in Rotary in the district. The man who got me into Rotary. Many had tried before, but I guess because of our relationship way back, as little boys in the same class in Nagua, Felix asked me, he said, I will see you on, you're coming to join Rotary. I said, what time is it? He said, 7 o'clock on Thursday. I said, that's fine, right after work I can come. He said, no. It's 7, 8, that's in the morning. He said, yes, that is just it. And it's my pleasure now to welcome Felix. In St. John's College, we would call him Happy because the word Felix is from the Latin word felix means happy. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you, Father Pelagius, Jimmy. My respects to the district. Good evening to everyone and a big welcome to you all.
Thank you.
I am delighted for the opportunity, this warm welcome to this charitable ceremony for the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise and the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset. It's great to see so many Rotarians and friends. The changeover is a time for celebration of our past achievements, reflection on those projects, and of all those who were involved. Let me take this opportunity first, though, to congratulate and thank President Sophie and her board for leading the club to a successful year. Their leadership, with your support, resulted in our club achieving the District Governor's Platinum Award, a feat we should all be immensely proud of. Like their predecessors, they leave a strong foundation on which to build. Now, as I said at another club induction just yesterday, I want to take this opportunity to thank those who have served and send my best for a successful year to our incoming officers. But completing a term of office, it is a time of reflection. When you ask, what am I proud of? What do I wish I had done better? You reflect on your achievements and your disappointments. You ask yourself what worked and what didn't. That last bit is very important and can add to the institutional memory of our Rotary Club, so that you don't repeat things that didn't work and you encourage those things that did. You must create ongoing advancement by passing on your knowledge and your experience. While you may end your term of office, you should not end your capability to assist and to help your club's growth. Remember, success is not a one-year experience. For those of you who are embarking on a year of service in a leadership role, do so with new enthusiasm, with fresh ideas, change with the knowledge of what was produced or what has produced successful outcomes. We are in a new environment, and that environment demands a new type of leadership. Old models will no longer do. So I encourage you to think outside the box. Check the pulse of your members often, and be sure to embrace flexibility. Every one of us today, no matter who we are, where we are from, has the ability to change lives. Everyone to those there is so much need, and do what it takes to make things better. It all starts when Rotarians get together and see a need and say to each other, let's see if there's anything or there's something we can do to help. Because that is why we are here. That is what we are all about in Rotary, serving humanity. So today, I again welcome all of you who have decided to support your clubs as fully engaged members. Please enjoy the program.
Yes, thank you very much, past district governor. You've made us all proud, and we trust that your word of wisdom would not fall on deaf ears as we all recommit ourselves to the cause during this year. Of course, we are an international club in that we have members from various countries, the Caribbean, even in other parts of the world. It reminds me of a prison camp that was for noted criminals, and everybody was given, they were all ready to be executed, so they were all given a choice of whatever they wanted to eat before they were executed. Donette, so the Jamaican came up, they say, what do you want, sir? You're from Jamaica. He said, I would like some ackee and saltfish. So sure enough, they gave him ackee and saltfish. Boom. Afterwards, he was executed. Then the Trinidadian came up. Say, what do you want, sir, before you get executed? Oh, I want some crab and kailaloo. Gave it to him, boom. The Bahamian came up. He said, what do you want, sir? I want some ganef. He said, well, that's not in season. He said, oh, I could wait, no problem. Okay. Rotaractor Jessica, are you ready to come? Do you have anybody to find today? You're going to give us some jokes and some finds.
Just some jokes. That's jokes.
That's jokes. That's a joke in itself.
Yeah, right. That's it. Everybody's supposed to be laughing now.
What? You could wait? You ain't want to get nap?
Good evening, everyone. So happy to see all of you, all of your wonderful faces. So we've reached a part in our ceremony where, regardless of who you are, you can play a part. So under normal circumstances, I would have been like, high-five your neighbor and tell him it's fines time. But since, considering the circumstances that we're under, you can go ahead and type in the chat, it's fines time. Just go ahead and type in the chat, it's fines time. Get your pockets ready, get all your wallets ready, and let's see. I'm looking.
Okay.
Yes, it's fines time, it's fine. Yes, I see it, it's fines time.
Fines time.
Okay, so considering, you know, our circumstances, if you know that you're in violation of any of these fines, just type your name in the chat and the dollar amount that you're liable for. We have someone who will take that information and provide further details on the many forms of payment that can be made, right? So without further ado, I'm just gonna dive right into it. If you know that you are not wearing your PIN, I could use $10. The clubs can use $10. $10 if you're not wearing your PIN at this time. If you cannot visibly show your PIN on your clothing, in your video where we all can see, that's $10. So you can go ahead, put your name and put $10 next to it. Moving right along. Our ceremony started at 5:30. If you know that you joined this ceremony after 5:30, 5:31, 5:32, 5:33, we can use another $10. So go ahead and put your name and put $10 next to it. So if you joined after 5:30, that's another $10. Next one, if you don't have your camera on and you do not have a virtual background, that's $20. If we cannot see your face, your live face moving around, and you do not have a virtual background, that's $20. However, if you have your video on, but you do not have a virtual background, it's just $10. We'll just take 10 from you, right? You got that? No background and no video, 20. If you just have a video with no background, no virtual background, that's just 10. And then our final last one, if you know that you didn't share our ceremony flyer or invited someone to this changeover ceremony, that's another $10. You did not invite anyone or share the flyer with anyone, that's another $10. And I think that's about it. I think I've really pulled some dollar bills out of your pockets. Thank you so much for sharing the goodies in your pockets. I'm sure both clubs will be sure to put it all to good use. And at this time, I'll pass this on to Mistress Tiska Topley.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Always good to see you. I hope everyone is doing well, and welcome to our changeover ceremony. It's always good to be here amongst the Rotafam, Rotarians and Rotaractors alike. Now to move on, we have come, as you all know, to the end of another successful, amazing, trying even sometimes Rotaract and Rotary year. However, I think at this time, it's very fitting for us to hear from our leaders of our various clubs, the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunset, as well as, Sunrise, as well as the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset. So first, I'm going to call on the president, the past president of the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset. That is Ms. Robin Curtis. Please welcome her as she comes.
Good evening, everyone. July 1, 2019 marks the beginning of a new year. The Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset set out to make an impact through unity per the charge by now immediate past DRR Clayton Bromley and the Rotaract District 7020 team. The 2019 to 2020 board spent many hours planning for what we knew would be a dynamic year. What we did not know was that dynamic would not be quite enough to describe what we would face as a club and on individual personal levels. The year started out with a bang that was Hurricane Dorian. We are not first responders, but we did efforts. Steadying ourselves is important. We have to show our safety, while being very careful not to miss our Rotaract District 7020. Continue to we there at NPCC with sister Rotaract clubs, activity and art-based service project with Blairwood Academy, and of course the World Rotaract Week celebrations are just a few of the district projects that were successfully completed. Collaborations were the order of the day, as we know that many hands make light work. We have executed over 50 community service initiatives. Our partners were a joy to work with on these initiatives, and they include our twin clubs, the Rotaract Club of New Kingston and the Rotaract Club of Genesis. The true test of leadership is how you function in a crisis. The year ended with the bang that is COVID-19. This period proved that Rotaractors are exceptional leaders. While many saw this as an opportunity to rest and write the year off, Nassau Sunset did not fold. We grabbed our masks and service continued. A global pandemic like no other highlighted a resilience like no other in the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset. In addition to making an impact through service, our club saw many firsts, including 2 members in the person of IPP Leslie Gibson and myself being selected to serve on the Rotaract District 7020 board in the roles of District International Service Chair and Assistant District Rotaract Representative. We were selected as a finalist in Rotary International's Outstanding Project Award for our work during Hurricane Dorian. We also began our work with our very own Early Act Club, which has been launched under the leadership of Secretary Clydesha. Other awards currently include Rotary International's Platinum Citation for Rotaract Clubs, and we earned the Diamond Achievements for each quarter to date. It is a pleasure to also note that President-elect Latoya was selected as our nomination for the district's prestigious award of Rotaractor of the Year. While we await the overall district results, which I am sure we will be proud of once received, we toast to these achievements. To the President of the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunset, President Dr. Sophia Roll, thank you. Although RI has elevated Rotaract, we will always respect and honor the Rotary Club Nassau Sunrise as our sponsor club. For your willingness to collaborate from the most successful blood drive, vocation expo, and even your financial assistance, a heartfelt thank you. For your support by way of attendance, thank you. I also wish to congratulate you, our partner club, on a great year. President Sophia, you were passionate about purpose and success, and you got the job done. To my friends and family that did not know that they would be Rotaractors this year, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I might as well have you pinned. Although I am proud of the awards achieved and received, I am more proud of the stellar display of commitment of the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset. It is their commitment that brought smiles to the faces of children and the elderly as we served. It is their willingness to serve rain, hurricane, and COVID-19 that allowed us to make an impact. They endured my late night calls, text messages, and emails, and they agreed to execute, even when execute became physically painful. Members of Nassau Sunset, thank you. To the board, the best board, I am so proud to have led beside you. You forced my hand at patience, compassion, patience, and understanding. You made things happen even when life and health forced me to be absent. A job very well done. You can block me now. Nassau Sunset is action. Nassau Sunset is good vibes. And this year proved that Nassau Sunset is the standard. While this Rotary year ends in 2 days, it is my hope that service, fellowship, and excellence will continue. President-elect Latoya, I genuinely look forward to your leadership. Cheers to your success.
Thank you so much, President Robin, and thank you for your service during this year and for continuously cheering us on. At this time, we are going to call none other than President Dr. Sophia Roll from the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise. Please welcome her as she comes.
Farewell, but not goodbye. Good evening, my fellow Rotarians. The Rotary year started on a high note with our visit to the Governor General, the Honorable Cornelius Smith, where we shared the theme for the year, passionate about purpose and success. The roads traveled from then to now, however, were for the most part smooth, but we soon found out that we epitomized resilience, secretary and club administrator together to chart the year. Each month's theme was assigned to directors to come up with goals, activities on how to achieve those goals, and key performance indicators, which included cost, number of persons, and man-women hours associated with each goal. Each goal and activity were executed with precision that yielded results. All goals were underpinned by a liberal amount of passion and success. The successes, too many to mention, were seminal and in many cases historic. The donation drop box, the Sunrise Golf Tournament, the resume writing workshop, the Poetry Cafe Sip and Read, the Job Readiness Town Hall meeting in conjunction with BTVI, leadership seminars for our interactors, myriad joint projects with Rotaract Sunset, projects with our new corporate partners such as Fusion Superplex, Odyssey Air, Commonwealth Brewery, and RBC. Lest we forget, we began the Rotary year with one Interact Club. We ended this year with 3 of the most vibrant Interact clubs in the district, as was attested to by their achievement of the Platinum Distinction Awards. Congratulations. The Foundation's club overflowed. Monetary goals set were shattered and far exceeded expectations. A forensic audit was completed of our club's finances. This yielded us one of the healthiest year-end balance sheets this club has ever seen in a very long time. We inducted a cross-section of new members that represented the diversity in the Bahamas. Each one of them brings with them unique talents and abilities that I know will continue to make our club the best in the district. Rotary Sunrise rose to the untold challenges presented during and immediately following Hurricane Dorian. Honorably displaced, providing monetary assistance, hours upon hours of unselfish service that they are still trying to cross. At this point, we were 2/3 completed of the year. The marathon had not yet been won. Did we panic? Hell no. Immediately and fortunately, I was already very familiar with the online platform and was able to be the first out of the gate among clubs in the Bahamas to activate the online Zoom meetings platform for our weekly meetings with a brilliant lineup of speakers, starting with the Deputy Prime Minister. Our meeting schedule was seamless, with not a single break in meeting times or interruptions during meetings. We saw record member engagement from around the district. DG, I remember, as she regularly attended our meetings. Thank you, DG Delma. Thank you, members, for showing up and showing out for the online meetings. I am proud to say that the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise quickly became known in the district as the club where others looked to while they observed servant leadership in full effect. They looked to us for leading-edge innovation, member dedication, and know-how. They observed our ability to be nimble in the face of ambiguity and sought to follow.
May I complete the rest of that, please? I am proud to say that Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise quickly became known in the district as the club where others looked to while they observed servant leadership in full effect. They looked to us for leading edge innovation, member dedication, and know-how. They observed our ability to be nimble in the face of ambiguity and sought to follow our members who demonstrated daily that they were people of action who truly served humanity and secured their future. Despite the two major hurdles of DOCO 1920, this Rotary year has been a hallmark one for our club. In my mind, we are no longer the best little club, but rather a big club that did big things and will continue to do even bigger things in the district. A club of distinction. After all, we made history this year. We did more than meet expectation, but exceeded expectation. Yeah, we did that. Seminal and history making. The first time this level of award was ever issued, and the first and only club in the district, 7020, to have achieved it. I am proud of our club. We did extraordinarily well. President Francis, 2020-2021 Board of Directors, you and your contemporaries in the Bahamas, in the district, and throughout Rotary International, for the first time in a very long time in the organization, will have to become supermen and women in the way you handle the affairs of the club in our new normal. My advice is simple. Don't ever bite off more than you can chew. Whatever you bite off, make sure you chew it well before swallowing it. In other words, whatever you set out to do, make sure you see it through to the end and follow up. Having a keen sense of the fine details in projects is key. Executing projects in your mind, then on paper, then in action is a must. Allow your professional team and committee members to execute their plans. Empower them to make decisions after careful consultation. Follow through on your club's commitments. Sometimes you may be there alone or with one or two others. Do not complain or take to social media to throw shade. Just do it. Manage what and how the public views what you are doing. Manage social media from what you say and what you write. Lastly, pay attention to the district citations. Monitor them monthly to see if you have achieved those goals in line with what you have set out to do, and make it a habit of documenting your accomplishments. That, my fellow Rotarians, were the keys that opened the door to a distinction at the end of this year. Thank you to my presidential advisor, PDG Felix Stubbs, the best secretary and someone who has become a friend, Director Therese Simmons, the awesome competent and innovative directors, Mark, Karen Pinder, Karen Sayers, Melanie Spence-Cartwright, Butler, Dr. Robert Robinson, and Barrett Miller. The amazingly energetic chairpersons, Janelle Cason and Andrea Bethel. IPP and Foundation Chair, Leroy Arthur. Club Monitor, Charles Cargill. And past Treasurer, Antonio Pinder. And last but by no means least, I thank you, incoming President Francis Dean. I am confident that you will do an amazing job because you have an amazing cast. I am committed to performing my duties and assisting where I can as we begin another marathon. Thank you for your support throughout my term in office. Best wishes to you. I begin by saying goodbye. I will be knocking on your doors next month in my new role as Foundation Chair. Until then, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, President Dr. Sophia Rule. Sound advice, and we bid you farewell and good luck in your new role as the same for President Robin. All the best. At this point, we are going to move on to an exciting point in our program where we install our officers for the 2021 Rotary and Rotaract year. To take us through that ceremony, I'm going to call on PAG Mario Smith, who will guide us through the installation of our officers.
Thanks, Tiska, and good evening, Rotary leaders, fellow Rotarians, and guests. And congratulations once again to President Sophia and President Robin on a job well done. As we commence the transition of leadership of the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise and the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset, I'd like to welcome of the Rotary Club of the Sunset, Latoya Silva of the Rotaract Club of Nassau. President-elect France and President-elect, you both have been selected by the club to guide its affairs during the coming year. You have been entrusted with this important responsibility that will help shape your club's future. In addition, you will be expected to implement and continually evaluate your club's goals for your year in office, ensuring that all club members are involved and informed, that each committee has defined goals, that there is effective communication between the club and the district committee chairs, and that periodic reviews of all committee activities, goals, and expenditures are conducted. You will also be expected to preside at all meetings of the club, ensuring that all meetings are carefully planned, communicating important information to club members, and providing regular fellowship opportunities for all members. President-elect Latoya, are you prepared to serve as the president of the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset?
I am.
I now ask that you take the president's oath, beginning I, Latoya Silva.
I, Latoya Silva, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset, and that I will, to the best of my ability, give support and assistance to the District Rotaract representative and his officers, and to the Rotary International, and I will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club.
Thank you very much. President-elect Francis, are you prepared to serve as the president of the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise?
I am.
Thank you. I now ask that you take the president's oath, beginning with I, Francis Dean.
I, Francis Dean. Tanya, you to say something? Oh, man.
Do solemnly swear.
I, Francis Dean, do solemnly declare that
I will faithfully execute
the
office of president
of
the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise,
and
that I will, to the best of my ability, give support and assistance to the district governor, assistant governor, and to Rotary International, and that I will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club.
of this club.
Thank you. Now that you both have sworn the oath of office of president, I hereby declare you, Latoya, to be installed as president of the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset, and you, Francis, as president of the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise for the period 2020 to 2021. Congratulations to you both. Past President Robin, as a symbol of the transfer of your club administration, I now invite you to pass the gavel, regalia, and president's pin to President Latoya.
There's somebody there for me.
And I ask that President Latoya kindly present to past President Robin her past president's pin. Very good. Thank you. At this time, I would also invite past President Tanya to present the gavel to President Francis and ask that her granddaughter, Lauren, provide her with her president's pin.
Okay. Put the pin on there. Okay.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. I now wish to welcome the incoming officers and directors of the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset and the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunset. And serving for the period 2020-2021 are the following. For the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset, Vice President Trinil Lightborn, Immediate Past President Robin Curtis, Secretary Sherelle Fernanda, Treasurer Shravan Bain, Sergeant at Arms Valentino Bullard, Community Service Director Richard Swain Jr., International Service Director Ariel Gibson, Club Service Director Kendia Saunders, Fundraising Director Vanessa Miller, Professional Development Director Lauren Adley, Membership Chair Charles Swain, Public Image Chair Kean Seymour, Disaster Relief Chair Delarice Major. And for the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise, President-elect Therese Simmons, who is also serving as Fundraising Director. Immediate Past President, Sophia Roll, who is also serving as Foundation Chair. Secretary Garnett Cartwright, Treasurer Magna Thompson, Club Administration Director Alex Ward, Club Membership Director Akima Clark, Club Service Director Karen Major, Fundraising Director Therese Simmons, Foundation Chair Sophia Roll, Public Image Chair Dandria Bethel, Disaster Relief Chair James Palacios, International Service Chair Diana Lynn Miller, Literacy Chair Janelle Cambridge Johnson, Vocational Chair Barrett Miller, Youth Service Chair Melanie Spence Cartwright, and Club Trainer Tanya Woodside. To the incoming officers and directors of the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset and the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise, you have been elected to important positions in the administration of your club's activities. This is an indication of your fellow Rotaractors and Rotarians' confidence in all of you. They also believe that you will uphold the high traditions of your respective club and that you will give the best of your executive ability to the furtherance of the interests of your club and the carrying forward of the object of Rotary. To the incoming officers and directors of the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset, will you fulfill the responsibilities of your offices to the best of your ability and in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of your club?
I will.
We will.
Thank you. To the incoming officers and directors of the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise, Will you fulfill the responsibilities of your office to the best of your ability and in accordance and bylaws of your club?
I will.
We will.
We will.
We will.
Thank you all. I hereby declare the new officers and directors of the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset and the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise installed, and I look forward to your service. Thank you very much, and I now welcome President Latoya to give her response, which will be followed by a response by President Francis. Thank you once again.
Rotarians, Rotaractors, and esteemed guests, good evening. Firstly, I would like to thank each of you for taking the time to tune in to our installation ceremony today. I want to begin by expressing my gratitude to my club, the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset, for having the confidence in myself and the newly installed board to lead us for this 2020-2021 Rotaract year. When I joined the club, service was at the forefront of my mind, as I'm sure it was for many others, and it is even more so now. To be able to lead and serve with the outgoing and newly installed board is truly a blessing. Looking back at the 2019-2020 year, many things did not go as planned. We had a catastrophic natural disaster and a health pandemic in a Rotaract year, which seemed so surreal. Nevertheless, members rallied to help in whatever ways possible, which really embodied the 2019-2020 Rotaract theme, Impact Through Unity. I would be remiss if I did not mention what a tremendous job ADRR and now immediate past president Robin did as the leader of the club this past year. Her leadership has given my board and I a foundation to build on, and we are truly grateful for that. I know that in times of need, she will be there to help us without hesitation. As the old Rotaract year closes and the new one opens, I can truly look back and say that I am proud of what we as a club has done in such a short time and look forward to continuing an upward trend, taking the club to higher heights. DRR Trevor's passion for service is evident as we accept the mandate put forward by the Rotaract District 70-20 theme for the 2021-2020 year, which is reignite your passion through service. We are excited to serve our communities whilst igniting our East Charles Seeley's distinguished leadership, and I know that he will do wonders for the district. I look forward to continuing to work with President Francis and the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise, and also to continue to engage with our Interact and Early Act clubs. To the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset, I look forward to another successful year. Thank you. Oh, before I leave, I just want to make a small presentation to IPP Robin from the Rotaract Club of Nassau Sunset. As stated earlier, we truly appreciate everything that she's done this year, and we look forward to continuing to work with her in her dual role. And wish her nothing but success in her future endeavors.
Please get your token. Are you all serious right now? We're so very serious.
Yes. Thank you all very, very much.
Thank you.
Ready? Fellow Rotarians and guests, good evening. I stand before you this evening, honored yet humbled to accept the role as your president for the next Rotary year. On behalf of the board and myself, we thank each of you for your confidence in our ability to lead our great club over the next year. We thank the outgoing board led by President Sophia for the tremendous accomplishments achieved. As your leadership team, we ask your continued support as we begin our journey during a time such as this. However, COVID-19 has not changed our resolve to succeed. It is our hope that with your help, we can achieve our goals described in the club's strategic plan. Our club has accomplished many firsts. So as we begin to make our mark, we remember all those who have served before us as we pledge to build upon their good work. As we navigate these unique circumstances that COVID-19 has forced upon us, in the coming months, our aim is to be more visible by reaching out to people in our communities where we work and live, increasing our impact through our public relations team, that people may become more familiar with Rotary and the work that we do. COVID-19 has forced the world to change its focus, and Rotary is no different. It has forced us to increase our ability to adapt to a new normal, find new ways of doing things. This new normal has seen our meetings move from weekly face-to-face meetings to online. COVID-19 has given us opportunities that some of us did not know existed. We have inducted new members online, met and interacted with other Rotarians around the world while we sit in our homes. Now more than ever, Rotary connects the world. We offer our sincerest assurances that we will be dedicated to Rotary's cause to uphold Rotary's standard of service above self, inspiring others, inspiring change in others through commitment, dedication, and service. Together, we demonstrate our willingness to bring positive change to the lives of as many as we can. As a club, we will remember Rotary International vision statement. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe and in our communities and in ourselves. Thank you all, and I look forward to your continued support. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, President Francis. At this time, I'm going to turn this portion of the program over to Father Felicius. She's on the beach. If Father Felicius is not here with us at this time, we're going to move forward with our program.
He's on mute.
Oh, he's on mute. Father Felicius, can you unmute your mic?
Okay, how is that? Got me now?
Awesome, we can hear you now.
Okay. Just want to thank all those who participated in the last year, the outgoing board of both Sunrise and Sunset. I find it amazing. We call the young people Sunset and the older people Sunrise. I guess that's Christian hope, isn't it? But be that as it may, we are so proud of what the Rotaractors have done, and we thank again the outgoing board. And it's often said that a new person might have big shoes to fill. The good thing about life and Rotary in particular, we are not competing or comparing ourselves with a previous administration. We are just going to do our very best, fulfill our purpose. And by so doing, we don't have anybody's shoes to fill. That having been said, just how hard we've worked in the last year, the new board, and of course, the memberships in both clubs, Sunset and Sunrise, will continue the great work that has been started, that has been continued over the years. Okay, now we're going to have a video presentation, and it's from the Rotary International President-elect, Holger Knack. Is that ready? Everything we do opens another opportunity for someone somewhere.
Rotary provides us opportunities to service projects that can be performed and completed by us. And these projects are meaningful and sustainable. In Rotary, we don't just donate the money. We also perform the service and see the lasting impact of that service firsthand. And that is unique. Rotary has given many of us the opportunities to travel the world to help to put our service ideas into action. And Rotary also provides opportunities for leadership. All of us have taken on great new responsibilities. This is our opportunity to strengthen our network, not for our personal glory, but for the good of Rotary. Creating new pathways to leadership for others is a true Rotary ideal, and it will make you a more effective leader. We are all here because we believe in Rotary opportunities, and opportunities for others and for ourselves. We believe that our acts of service, big and small, create opportunities for people who need our help. We also know that every act of service will inspire and change us. And here are 4 stories that illustrate this idea.
My year as district governor concluded with me filled with newfound humility and awe for the service Rotarians in my district provide every year. From an underfunded and forgotten talent school to the promise of a normal life for children with heart disease or cancer, to the right of clean water in schools. Rotary provides opportunity and gives hope to those who may have none.
I found it in the eyes of a stranger, a connection to the world that I could not find in books. It came from a mother who offered her child to be vaccinated against polio during an NID in India. The gratitude in her eyes spoke volumes. 2 drops and a smile. It changed that child's life, but it also transformed mine. Rotary gave me the opportunity to create lasting change, leading to peace of mind within.
At the age of 28, Rotary gave me the opportunity to participate in a GSE program. There, I met a professor who offered me a scholarship at the Johns Hopkins University, where I could enhance my clinical research skills and earn a PhD. When I returned home, I was asked to join Rotary, and a whole new world of service opened for me. For the last 26 years, I have taken every opportunity to volunteer on medical convoys. But my greatest Rotary opportunity was when I was a Rotaractor. That was where I met my wife and the love of my life, Rania.
I was adopted at birth, raised in a small family of 4. In high school, I hid in a bathroom stall many days, too afraid to face the bullies. For years, I was content to follow, never realizing my untapped potential within. Rotary gave me the opportunity to be a citizen of the world, to lead, and to stand on this stage with confidence and strength. What opportunity?
So, as you can see, Rotary is not just a club that you join. It is an invitation to endless opportunities. It opens opportunities to serve in a project as big and historic as End Polio Now, and also in a small community project where you just plant a tree. And it opens opportunities for you to live a richer, more meaningful life with friends around the world based on our core values. As Rotarians, we are blessed to take on leadership roles at this wonderful moment for our organization. Everything we do opens another opportunity for someone, somewhere. And therefore, the theme for our year is Rotary opens opportunities.
Okay, that was a very informative and intriguing presentation, and I'm sure it has motivated all of us as we see our partnership with Rotarians around the world. Right now, I'm going to invite Assistant Governor-elect Ken Strawn to come and introduce our keynote speaker, who is, of course, as we all aware, and of whom we are so proud, Charles Seeley, but I will let Assistant Governor-elect Ken Strawn talk a little more about that.
Mr. Moderator, the most vulnerable Reverend James Palacios Rotarian, and your co-moderator. Let me say how pleased I am this afternoon to have joined in the proceedings here this evening. So far, I'm very, very excited with what has taken place thus far this evening. My congratulatory remarks also goes out to Dr. Sophia Roll, President, and also President Robin, and also kudos and congratulations to incoming President Francis Dane and Latoya. Just one thing of note, I'm a little concerned this afternoon, but happy that I became a Rotarian as opposed to being a Rotaract, because Jessica clearly would have cleared my savings a long time ago based on the fines that she ushered out this afternoon. My job, my task is a simple one this evening. It is to introduce our district governor-elect. I speak about Mr. Seeley. He is employed with Doctors Hospital Health System for the past 21 years, serving as the Chief Executive Officer for the past 12 years. Prior to joining the hospital, his early career was in banking, policing, and as a managing director of a consortium of companies. He received his early education at the University of the Bahamas, obtaining an associate's degree in management, Also at the University of the West Indies, where he obtained a Bachelor of Science in Public Administration and Economics. At Western Connecticut State University, where he received his Master's in Healthcare Administration and a Bachelor of Law degree from the University of London. In 2007, he was inducted into the University of the Bahamas Alumni Association's Hall of Fame for Outstanding Achievement. He has supplemented his management knowledge through attendance at leadership seminars at Harvard Business School and other leadership seminars, leadership seminars in management clusters. His healthcare knowledge was also bolstered by a senior level executive administrative internship at the Baptist Hospital of South Florida's corporate office and his membership in the American College of Healthcare Executives. He's currently pursuing fellow credentials in the American College of Healthcare Executives. He has had the opportunity to lead in a number of pursuits and is particularly fond of his involvement in Rotary. He joined Rotary in 1997 and is pleased to serve as president of the Rotary Club of Southeast Nassau in 2003 through 4. Assistant Governor of the Rotary Bahamas in 2010 to 2012, and has held positions in the district over the years. District Governor Seeley is a multiple Paul Harris Fellow, member of Paul Harris Society, benefactor, Bequest Society, and a major donor. He is a member of the Young Presidents Organizations, and a member of the Alu Sigma Phi Hi Delta Lambda chapter. He serves as on the Marathon Bahamas board, represents the Chamber of Commerce on the National Insurance Board, an ambassador for Hands of Hunger and the chief judge for the Bahamas Bodybuilding. This one is the Fitness Federation, but not the association. He's also a Reserve Assistant Superintendent of Police with the Royal Bahamas Police Force. And most notably, he's married to Rochelle Nee Wallace. And together, they have 3 sons and an adopted daughter and 1 granddaughter. Please help me welcome our keynote speaker, District Governor-elect Charles Seeley II.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you so much. And a pleasant good day to everyone. You almost have to ask the question, what else can be said on a day like this when we've gotten so many nuggets, one of achievement, but also words that we all can walk away from to encourage us and steer us in the right direction for service and for change. Let me do some protocol, please, before I get started. I do want to pay respects to Past District Governor Felix, who's here with us. We did also have Past District Governor David from District 7030. He had to leave to go to a Rotaract function, and so he, of course, gives his apologies, and we were happy to have him. I also want to say a special hello to the past assistant governors, Karen, Mario, and Mike Stafford, all the way there in Grand Bahama. Again, an indication of some of the strength and leadership we have here in our district, certainly here in the Bahamas. But there are 2 persons who have been nicknamed Law and Order. That's the assistant governors-elect, Ken and Carla, who will take over on July 1 to help steer Rotary clubs of the Bahamas. And I so want to thank them for taking up the mantle and agreeing to us navigate waters to really make, of course, this country, but more importantly, our district, really, really super. It was Felix, if I would go back in my mind, way back, who would have either he coined it, but he certainly was the cheerleader for it, and vociferously indicated that this club was the greatest little club in the galaxy. And I want you to know, he caused many persons to have the hair on their arm, raised. And persons didn't like it too much. But sometimes they say, don't sing it, bring it. And it is without doubt. There is no question in my mind and the mind of anyone else who's in this district. This club, this year, is simply the best. And I want to congratulate you for an absolutely fantastic year. Bar none, no one can go on record to say that I am wrong in any way, that you guys have eclipsed, and you are simply the best, and I want to congratulate you. I'd be careful using that phrase or that song too much, because I know politics is coming right around the corner, but I know irrevocably you guys are the best. And to what I've heard in terms of the things that the Rotaract Club has done, this marriage is one that's made in heaven. And hopefully what you have coined is not just something that will happen in a moment in time, but actually we will see occur in successive years. So I want to congratulate you, congratulate the leadership of those who are in the Rotaract and Rotary Club for what you've done this year. You've done an awesome job to your presidents who have led your charge. You assembled an awesome team. Your club members came around you. I believe that integrated effort produced much fruit. So let's talk a little bit about this new norm. I am so happy that you would have played what our Rotary International President, like Holger, has invited us to consider. He's invited us to consider the opportunities that will face us. And guess what? There are a lot. And some of them have been forced on us, so we don't even have a choice. But how will we know what our success is going to be when it is all said and done? It was past Rotary International President Ravi who reminded us, and Ken, you remember this? This is one of the sayings that you even fell in love with as well, but from Robert Kiyosaki, when he really reminded us that the size of our success is measured firstly by the strength of our desire. How much do we really, really want it? How bad is this opportunity really gnawing at us that we feel that we have to be compelled to go out and make it happen? The next point is to figure out the size of our dreams. You know, as leaders, as persons who have embraced the opportunity to bring change, we need to dream big. We need to see the opportunities that are not just in front of us, but the ones that we have to look in other crevices, look in other corners, look through other doors. And then finally, it is going to be measured. That success is going to be measured on how well we handle the disappointments that will come along the way. And believe me, there will be disappointments. I feel comfortable that even though your club did excellent, your plan from January to now was a totally different plan until COVID came around. And so when those disappointments, when we have those moments of tension, those become opportunities that we have to seize, that we have to take advantage of. And so in this new norm, we have to be about the prospect in the first instance of embracing change, but we have to do it in a way I think that is collaborative and that it brings much fruit. What makes it easy is that we're driving a car that is well known to you. You know, most of the time when people talk about cars like Mercedes and they talk about the real fancy, very expensive cars, the reason why persons still seek after them is because they're proven. They're proven their weight in gold. And similarly, the vehicle of Rotary has been proven. It's been tested and tried and found to be true. Persons know that when there is a need, when there is despair, that Rotary will be there. That you can call on Rotary. You can almost expect to see the wheel motion. And so we can ride high on the fact that when we walk and say that we are Rotarians, it's a respected word. It's a word that you can feel proud of. And not only that, it's like, you go into a fight and you're standing and you see 5 people in front of you. But when you look back and you say, you know what, I'm going to call my Rotarian brothers and sisters, and you look behind, you got 1.2 billion. We've got force because of our numbers. And so there's a lot that we can do. You may not be able to do it by yourself. But what we're going to do this year is really talk about collaboration and partnership. And when we all come together, there's nothing that can stop us. And so I'm proud to be a member of this big family to do some great things. And strategically, we're going to focus on these elements. I intentionally chose to follow the same theme as our Rotary International president. And the reason why I did it is because I believe in one band, one sound, one voice, one power. I believe if we all unite under the same umbrella, that if we are all fighting for the same thing and the same focus, we can see significant change. And so we are going to constantly beat down the doors of opportunity that Rotary will provide. And I look forward to seeing what your club will do. So we're in the magical moment. We're in the magical moment, time that was not telegraphed for us. This is where the incoming president, whether they like it or not, they're going to have a different year, because the play field, the platform is different. It is totally different than the year before. I am encouraging my presidents, as I will talk to them tomorrow, to not replicate the presidency before you, but to let your club feel the nuance of something different, something that only you can provide. This is a moment of change where clubs get the opportunity to look at what we were and take an opportunity to say, well, what should we keep and what shall we add? Change, and change for the better. I'm excited that clubs have been, and I know they're going to take it up because they've said it to me, that they're going to find the things in their club that they're going to stop doing, and they're going to find opportunities to integrate into the club, things that they will do. And they're going to create a club that is going to be embraced by members that they didn't even be interested in coming to their club because of that change. And so I hope that your club, even though you're at the pinnacle this year of saying we're the best, will not lay on your laurels. Because guess what? There are many companies that did that before. Toys R Us, Kodak, Compaq. There's so many companies that they were on the top. They were simply the best. But they failed to change. They failed to keep the constancy of change real. And so I want you to get so confident that you take every opportunity to scrub your club, to make sure we're continuing to pivot and pivot in a way in the future that will make you profitable. For a lot of our clubs, and this may not be true for you, they're going to find the changes that they need to do. They're going to be difficult. They're going to be really, really difficult. A lot of clubs still have that presence that some persons will not find appealing. And there's several approaches that one can take. There may be a group of persons that will gravitate to that style. But if you start to look and you see that, well, people are not gravitating to us, then maybe this is a club that if it doesn't change, it's going to die. And so, yes, there are many elements to the change process, but there has to be first a commitment to change. And it's a value-added proposition. The benefit is that you're going to now look like something that others, one, who experience it will enjoy, but secondly, will embrace. And I'm hoping that many clubs are going to do that this year. Really look deep within themselves to see how they can change. And so for all the clubs, next is now. What you are going to look like next, you need to start designing now. And also make that a fluid motion, constant, looking at how you can evolve so that your platform is one that is acceptable. We talked about this the last time I got a chance to speak to your club, both you and the Rotaract clubs, to really look at, recognizing the opportunities and looking at what we have to navigate and mitigate, and looking at those opportunities. I want to say a special congratulations to our district Rotaract representative, Trevor, who's on with us. And he got inducted today, beautiful handover ceremony, and he is preparing his Rotaractors for change. He's preparing them to look at the things that are going to be extremely important. Membership and how valuable that is. Communication, which is extremely important. And so I'm excited to see what Rotaract is going to do. And I know this Rotaract club with this Rotary club is going to do some really fantastic things. And so as agents of change, I will leave this with you. I believe that if you think of some of the core important things, let's think about one, the club experience. Make sure that you have set an experience that each of your members can walk away and say, this is the best club experience. Not just that you're going outside of the club, but this is the best club experience. It is very difficult for me to understand how we could be so much interested in doing good around the world, in our communities, but we forget that in ourselves, in our clubs, our members, our clubs, one to another, ensuring that every Rotary member is okay. And so during this COVID experience, we have to know that our members are okay. We have to be able to say that no member is going to be left behind. And so I'm going to encourage you to make sure that the club experience is one that there is a family, a real family that looks out for one another. But that the experience is one of elation, that you really don't have to tell anyone you're in the Rotary Club of Nassau Sunrise. They could just see it on you, permeating. And that you make that experience something where, because of it, you're going to want to tell. You won't get fined for sharing how great the experience is, because you're just going to see it as a necessity to make sure everyone knows about how great your club is. And then, of course, we have to look at the opportunities to collaborate. Your club has done some really, really great things. You're probably strong in a number of areas. There may be some clubs who are weak in those same areas. Why not take the charge to try and help another club build in an area where they're weak? Why not seek to look at opportunities where you can collaborate even more to do some great things? It is in partnership, I believe, that we're going to solve many of our woes, whether it's financial or otherwise. And so I'm hopeful that one of the things you will do is look at the opportunities to collaborate. And while this year there is a partnership award, to me, the most important thing is we find like-minded individuals and we leverage our resources to do some dynamic things. I've met some really, really great persons along the way. Past District Governor Felix is someone who I look up to in many ways, especially in Rotary. But I've been able to give him a badge of honor that to me is the highest badge I can ever give someone, and that is friend. I've made a friend in Rotary in him, someone that I feel that I can call on at any point in time and who will be there for me. That I've done with a number of persons in Rotary. You're going to create some wonderful relationships, and I want you to take advantage of those opportunities to let people see you and get to know you. Extend yourself, and wow, we've got a virtual platform where you can travel the world without getting on a plane and get to meet other Rotarians all around the world. We're making some steps in the direction where I would have not even thought possible, that I could see even more members of my district through this new vehicle that we have. That what used to be one e-club is really a district that is now online, that is now Rotary that is online. So take advantage of that. And then the work we do. We could talk about the fact that the world is polio free at some point, but we can equally talk about some of the projects that you do. The fact that you feed persons who are hungry right now, that you provide shelter, that you provide some level of support for persons who are in need right now. It is the good we do that causes us to wake up every day and put that pin on and wear it with pride, because we have extended ourselves not for our own personal gain.
Everything's on quiet, you know.
Others require our.
Yeah, 7 o'clock this morning.
And so I'm thankful to know that you continue to take up that mantle to really do good things for our community.
No, not yet, no.
And now, for the thing that's probably even more important.
I didn't see his daughter.
The last point is I'm going to disagree with a statement. Some people will tell you that there is no I in team. I totally disagree with that. There is an I in team.
Tomorrow.
It is a very important I in team. And I would invite Alex, as Alex will put us on mute, to help us with that I in team right now. Alex, could you put yours on mute, please?
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yes, he can't hear us. Errol,
okay,
could you put Alex on mute?
Before you go. Yeah, okay. All right.
Beautiful. But there is an I in team. Here is the I in team. The Rotary Club is based on membership. It's members, individuals who volunteered their time and service. It is that I, which is an I of personal commitment, that is essential to the club being the best club it possibly can be. It is that I who has to really determine that I have the best intent on why I'm here, and that my intentions are not going to be stated. They're going to be lived, they're going to be shown. And so I'm encouraging each of the I's that represent membership in your club to stand up and be counted, and not just be a number in the club. Don't find the reasons why the club is not doing well. Find the reason why you're not doing sufficient to ensure the club is doing well. When we start to point, let's point in the right direction. And let's be positive minds in our clubs. Let's seek to say and do things that will esteem our clubs into greatness. I'm excited. I'm excited with a year that I believe is going to be really fantastic. Yes, it's on the backdrop of uncertainty. We don't know what this COVID thing is going to do. We don't know how long it's going to last. But what it has proven to us is there are opportunities out there. There are projects that we didn't even think about. There are clubs providing computers, providing internet, providing support to healthcare that they weren't going to do before. And so, yes, it's opened the doors to a wonderful array of projects. And so on that backdrop, as I conclude, I want to tell you that I am so looking forward to the support of your club this year as we together interlock to do some really fantastic things. I believe that Rotaract and Rotary, I'm going to try take that word Rotafam. When we come together, there's nothing that we cannot do. I wish both of your clubs, the Rotaract Club and your Rotary Club, nothing but the best. Congratulations on a beautiful changeover. I look forward to your presidencies and your boards and your members making real change in our district in 2020, 2021. Thank you so much. A pleasant good afternoon to everyone.
Thank you, District Seeley. At this time, we are coming to the close of our program, and so I am going to call for our vote of thanks, Secretary-elect Donna Cartwright.
Since gratitude is the fruit of one's appreciative emotions, which are better expressed than suppressed, I consider it my honor and privilege to move the vote of thanks this afternoon. Firstly, let me start with our very own DGE Charles Seeley for his very articulate and inspiring message this afternoon. He has encouraged and inspired us to move forward into the new year with great confidence, anticipation, and excitement as we create lasting change in our clubs, in our community, and in ourselves. Thank you, DGE Charles. I'd also like to thank AGE Ken Strawn for graciously introducing our DGE, and we look forward to working with you throughout the next Rotary year. Let me also thank our chairman for this event, PP Tanya Woodside and her team for spearheading the planning of this very unique and unusual event. Who would have thought that we would be meeting at a virtual changeover? Let me also thank the Master and Mistress of Ceremonies, Rotarian Father James Palacios and Rotaract Ortisco, who brought us through this program so ably and so professionally. Thank you, Rotaractor Tennille, for moving the vote of the invocation at short notice. To PP Karen Pinder for the loyal toast. PDG Felix for the very warm welcome of our guests. PAG Mario for executing a very smooth and effective changing of the guard. To PP Diana, Rotaract Tennille, and PP Errol, who will finish up this event by providing other services on our program as well as entertainment right after this event. To immediate presidents, Sophia and Robin, for a great year. Although challenged by COVID-19 pandemic, was so richly rewarding for their respective clubs. We thank you for your great leadership. To all Rotarians, Rotaractors, interactors, guests, family of Rotary, Friends of Rotary who have joined us today from all over the district, your presence made this event even more special. We thank you, everyone. We thank you, and we appreciate you. God bless you all.
And thank you, Secretary Donna, for so ably bringing the vote of thanks to close us out. Next on our program, I would like to call Rotaractor Siobhan Bain, who will bring us the four-way test.
Good evening. Of all the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth?
Is it the truth?
Is it to all concerned?
To all concerned.
Friendship?
Will it build goodwill and better friendship?
Beneficial to all.
Will it be beneficial to all
concerned?
Rotaract around the world.
Rotary and Rotaract around the world.
Thank you, Rotaractor. Thank you, Rotaractor Siobhan, for the four-way test. At this time, I'm going to call on Rotaractor Tennille Lightburn, who will bring a toast to the Rotary partners, and she will be followed by past President Diana Miller, who will bring the toast to Rotary around the world.
Rotarians, Rotaractors, and guests, please join me in raising your glasses in a toast to the Rotary partners, Rotaract, and Interact.
Please raise your glasses with me as we come to Rotary around the world.
Rotary around the world.
So, ladies and gentlemen, parents all, the evening is still young, and so our own DJ Errol will be providing our musical entertainment. Please do not leave the Zoom. We're about to provide you with some entertainment, and hopefully you have comfortable dancing shoes so that we can continue with the after party. Thank you all for being here. We look forward to seeing you on camera, dancing and enjoying the musical there.
Know how the sergeants go. That's how we do it. Do this from Bahama, straight down to Inawa. Then the whole damn region, from region to Red Square. Yeah, we got Lyman party. Take a wine on somebody. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. I can't wait to dance. girl don't misbehave.